what we find so brutal about the present situation in union recognition is that once you file and an election date is set, the company then goes into war mode. And they have what's called captive audience meetings. They bring everybody together and they say, okay, we don't think it's in your best interest to have a union. Another thing is that the company can, in elections I've been through, they put anti-union posters all over the place. The union can't do that. They do things like, just to give you some idea what one of these campaigns is like, and I'm speaking from my own personal experience both as a worker and as an organizer. All right, let's say that we want to form a union here, and we file a petition, and there's going to be an election. The company will take you, for instance, right? You're foreman, and they'll have a meeting. The company will have a meeting, and they'll discuss you personally. And they'll talk to the foreman about how they should talk to you to convince you that there shouldn't be a union. They have the resources to do that. They go through every person that works in the place, and they have a plan to convince you that it's not in your interest to join that union. And they'll do all kinds of threats, like they'll find out whether you owe money, for example, and they'll play on that. And then the foreman the next day will report back. They'll actually have a campaign for every single person involved. Now, these ads on TV talk about democratic rights. Well, where the hell are the democratic rights in those elections? They don't exist. The whole election process was never really envisioned in the original act. The election came about so that to help in the process whereby you'd have two unions would be competing for representation. And the election was more to, of an election to find out what union would represent the people, not that the people would be represented or not. And over the years, that's became eroded to an election for whether or not the company had to recognize your union.